Sock Secrets Revealed. So my brother Tom decided he was going to start a podcast about average things. You know, the mundane stuff we don't really think about, like pencils, doorknobs, and of course socks. He figured the world needed a break from true crime and self-help podcasts, something to unwind with, like a verbal chamomile tea. I humored him, mostly because I was curious about how much he could actually talk about the everyday objects we take for granted. But, as it turns out, he had a lot to say, especially about socks. Now, Tom's podcast started off harmlessly enough. He had a few episodes about the history of socks, the evolution of sock puppetry, and even an interview with a guy who claimed to break the world record for the longest time wearing the same pair of socks. But then, in episode 5, he posed a question that changed everything. Why do we always lose one sock in the laundry? It sparked a plethora of listener theories. Some suggested wormholes, others blamed sock gnomes, and a few even pointed fingers at the washing machine industry, claiming they were in cahoots with sock manufacturers to boost sales. The theories got wilder and wilder, with people from around the globe writing in about their own sock-related mysteries. One guy from Sweden claimed his missing socks were actually being used as secret communication devices by an underground organization of laundromat owners. Another woman from Australia was convinced that socks were actually the larval form of wire hangers, explaining their sudden disappearance and the inexplicable influx of hangers in closets around the world. Tom was thrilled. His little podcast about average things was now an international sensation, and he was riding the wave of absurdity all the way to internet fame. But the real kicker came when Tom was invited to speak at a global laundry convention. He was introduced as the Sock Prophet, much to his delight and our family's bewilderment. As he stood on stage, surrounded by industry experts and conspiracy theorists alike, he concluded his presentation with a slide that read, "Socks are just feet blankets with commitment issues." And with that, he left the stage to a standing ovation, proving once again that sometimes the most average things can lead to the most extraordinary adventures, or at least the most extraordinary laundry tips.